Hey, welcome. John Tubiolo here. I'm going to put my business guru hat on, right? Even though I consider myself a business guru, just a very, very smart businessman. But let's talk a little bit about why businesses fail. And businesses fail a lot. From upstarts to even businesses have been in business for a while. Why do they fail? There's one big reason why they fail, and it is absolutely rampant today. Appreciate you guys coming in and watching my channel. Again, I'm all about personal and professional development, even though I got some nice, crazy stuff that I put on my channel as well. It's kind of stuff that, keeps you entertained, keeps you interested. Anyway, what's the number one reason right here? Service after the sale. Guys, service after the sale. You got to ask yourself this question if you're in business. Are you playing the short game or the long game, right? The long game has to do with service after the sale. The short game has to do with strictly the sale, grab the money and run. If you have a business, I will tell you your business is going to live and die by the service you provide. I get really, really tired of fielding calls from businesses across the country that don't understand this simple, basic principle. Take care of your customers will take care of you. Too many times, and this comes down to training. You're not training your people to be customer service oriented, right? They're not customer service friendly. They're not customer friendly. They act like they're, hey, if I serve you, you should be grateful that I'm giving you service. I shouldn't be grateful you're here spending your money, Mr. and Mrs. Consumer, Mr. and Mrs. Customer. You should be grateful that I'm here. Guys, service after the sale is absolutely critical. How we treat people before we give them before they give us their money, how we treat people after they give us money. It's very, very important. And I just see this whole attitude of people disinterested, and I relate that back to this, guys. Employees, right? I see a lot of employees that just don't understand the why they are there, the why the company exists, the reason you're in business to serve the customer. They don't understand that. They just come in and they're trading their time for a paycheck. And they've got to have more than that. There's got to be more to it than that. I'll just tell you about a recent experience. I have Pella windows in my house, right? They're high-end windows, cost me a lot of money. They've been in for a few years now. I had a problem with one of my windows. So I called up the store that I bought them from. They said, hey, you're gonna have to contact the Pella service department. Here's the number. So I contact the service department. I have now left 7 messages for this guy to call me back. Never received a phone call. Never received a phone call. Obviously, they cared a lot about me to get my money so they could put the windows in. But then as soon as there was a problem, they're nowhere to be found. Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, this is exactly the reason people switch loyalties. This is exactly the reason people don't stay with one company for a long period of time, because they don't feel like the company cares about them long term. They're selling warranties lifetime. They're selling, you call us, we're about, we're all about you. We're all about taking care of our customers. We're all about, when it comes down to it, when push comes to shove, when the fucking line is drawn, that's the biggest load of crap on the planet. They tell the customer what they want to hear to separate them from their money, and then they never do anything to make it right after the sale, right? Service after the sale. This is the long game. The long game. This is what keeps people in business for long term. Companies that don't abide by this are very, very short term as far as their success. You may have a lot of success that you blow out of the park early on, but if you don't take care of your customers after the sale, if you don't reward your customers for being loyal customers, you're going to lose them. And the thing about happy customers is they tell 1 or 2 people. The thing about disgruntled customers or angry customers, they freaking tell everybody. they will tell the world about their experience. So don't let customer service be the nail in your coffin if you own a business. It is the most important thing that you can do is take care of your customer, even if it sounds unreasonable. I remember early on in the sales career, worked for a pretty big, nation's largest waterbed store, right? I started selling waterbeds when I was in my mid-20s. And I remember one time a customer coming in with a waterbed heater, and it just so happened the owner of the company was actually touring our store at the time. And a customer came in with a waterbed heater that was malfunctioning, it just wasn't working anymore. So he comes in, he starts saying, I need a new waterbed heater. I bought this from you. You need to replace it. It had a 5-year warranty, blah, 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 blah. And he's throwing this fit, right? And of course, I'm a young salesperson, and I'm kind of, trying to help this guy out. And I kind of say, sir, this is not a heater you bought from us. This is, the heater from a competitor. We could certainly get you another heater, but there's going to be a price, cost to you. And I think at that time the heaters were like $30, right? $30 for a waterbed heater. The owner happened to be there with the store manager. He was listening to the exchange. The owner walks up, grabs the heater off the shelf, hands it to the guy and says, listen, here's a new heater. Don't worry about it. Next time you need waterbed stuff, you come see us. The guy thanked him, walked out the door, problem solved, right? The store manager, I remember at the time, great guy, really good mentor, wonderful store manager. He said to him, listen, that's not protocol. This is the owner, he can do what he wants. And the owner said, no, listen, this is an important lesson. The reason I did that was because I want not just that, I don't want just that guy to be happy today because he got something for free. But the next time he needs something that has to do with a waterbed, I want him to think of us. Because he probably went to the competitor and they told him, nothing we can do, threw a big fit, he got mad, left, thought he would come in here, or maybe he was just mistaken. Whatever the circumstance is, you treat that customer that way, and the next time he needs something, he's going to come to us. We are going to be his resource, not the competitor. That's a powerful message. It's $30. In the grand scheme of things, what's $30? So it's service after the sale. Sometimes, and I will tell you, when I travel around and do sales training for companies or business consulting for companies, they always look at me and my performance, and before I even say or do anything, they base it off the last experience that they had. If they had a really bad experience with a sales professional, a guy that was coming in doing sales training, they look at me and it's funny, I've done a lot of these where the first time I come in to speak, I get these guys that come up to me who've been there for a while, these veteran salespeople, and they go, listen, man, we've tried this before. Shit doesn't work. You're going to tell us a bunch of crap that doesn't have anything to do with our industry, and it's just going to be all canned crap. It's going to be generic bullshit sales training, and it's not going to work for us. But when I'm done, because I'm very industry specific, I don't care what industry you're in, we're going to give you tools and techniques and I train for that industry. I don't train canned, organic, generic sales training. It's very, very industry specific to whoever hires me. I do a lot of research. So when I come in and I've done my research and my homework about your industry, once I'm done, they always come up and say, man, you painted a different light on that. You've actually given us tools that we can use that work. I've done that with businesses and in consulting where I've given it away for free on the front end because I wanted that long-term relationship with that customer. Service. For me, that wasn't just service after the sale. That was service before the sale. That was service during the sale, and that certainly they know that if I'm willing to do that on the front end, I'm going to be here to take care of them after the sale. So just a little insight, customer service. It needs to be forefront of your business plan. If you don't take care of your customers, guys, somebody else will. That's what I have for you today. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.